Hi, this is Terry. I'm just going to show you a couple quick things about Moodle that you'll need to know. Under the settings menu, we need to edit the settings to make it available, the Moodle course available to others. Right now it's only available to you. And if you scroll down this edit settings page, you'll see a section called availability. This is a drop-down menu, and the default is it's not available to students. So we need to change that so it says the course is available to students, and then continue to the bottom of the page and save the changes. And we also need to add the individual students to the course so that they can see your module. And to do that, we go back to the Settings tab, and this time we choose Users and click on Enrolled Users. And on this page, you'll click Enroll Users, and it pops up a box that lets you search for the user you want. So I'm going to just type in Heather. She was here earlier tonight, and I added her. So I just type in her name and click the search button, and it finds her and has her picture, so we know that's the right Heather. And then we click on Enroll, and then at the very bottom of the page, you have to move this up some, we need to click Finish Enrolling Users. And then it will pop her name into the list of enrolled users. And I added her as a student, but you can add people in a variety of roles. For the purpose of the module, you want them to be students probably, but if you were co-designing a Moodle course with someone else, you could both be instructors, or one could be a designer and one could be the instructor, and so on. So there's several options. Then we've got, so you can add the people who are going to be reviewing and giving feedback to you about your Moodle module by doing that. All right, I'll show you just a couple of other things, and you'll see that we can turn editing on in the Moodle section here. And you'll notice that some things that I've already uploaded here are showing up in bright text colors, and some are grayed out. And the grayed out ones mean that I have not made those visible to students yet. And in order to do that, I can just click on this little tiny icon of an eye, and when you hover over it, it'll say Show. And when I click on that, then students would be able to see it. So I can hide things from students until I'm ready to show them, but all I need to do to show them is just click that eye to make it visible to them. We were using different topics and blocks in our Moodle practices in class. So I'll just hide some of the ones that I've done before so that they don't get in the way. So you can hide whole blocks of things. Here I'm hiding blocks 2 and 3 and 4, so students wouldn't be able to see those. I want to start with topic 5 down here, and first I'm going to change the name of the topic by clicking on the gear below that. It wants to call it, the default is to call it topic 5, but I'm going to unclick that button, and I'm going to call it I'll say mine is on JFK, since that's in the news a lot this week, since it's 50 years. And if I wanted to put a sentence here about what the module is about, I could type it in here. For now, I'll just show you focus on JFK. Okay, and then I can change the font size or the color of the text and all that stuff if I wanted to. I'm just going to leave it the way it is and save the changes. So when it comes back to the page, you'll see that it now has a title. Instead of saying a topic and a number, it says the text that I added. And this text is what I put in the box called summary. All right, now I want to add a couple of resources. I might want to start by adding a URL to a website. And to do that, I pull this bar down to the bottom of the page. This is a long list of things that you can add in Moodle. The top part is activities, such as forums and assignments and chat rooms and things like that. The middle part is assignments, for kinds of assignments you could have students do. And then the bottom part is resources that you're adding for the students. So if I want to add a URL, it's the very last thing on the list. I click Add and give it a name. I'm just going to add the UMD homepage because I happen to know that the address for that. And you can have just copy and paste the URL for the site you want them to go to. And then I'm going to ignore all these other things and just go down to click Save and Display. And we'll see if it worked. If I click on this, it should take me to the UMD homepage. And it worked. All right. Back in our course, I could upload a variety of kinds of documents in Moodle that I might want my students to see. Let's say I want them to see a picture. So I click on Add an Activity and pull this down to a resource. That would be under a File resource. Add that. And then it brings me to a window. I'll just call this and there are two ways I can upload files here. One is that I can just drag the file into this box if I know where it is on my computer. And if it's easy to get to, otherwise I can click on the Add button here and then use the Browse button to find the picture I want. I'll just grab a picture here and upload the file, and there it is. And I still need to go to the bottom and save and return to the course. So you can upload any kind of file here, PDFs, PowerPoints, Word documents, Excel documents, Smartboard files, inspiration files, any kind of file that you want. One other thing that's kind of handy is to add labels as a way to organize the page for students. So that's another resource down here. Grab a label, click Add, and give it whatever title you want. I think I'll make it bigger text, 14 size text, and save that. And here's my label. As you add things, it puts them in the order that you put them up there, but you can move them around on the page. So if I want to move this label up to this spot in the block, I just drag it up there. And then I can move these to the right or left. It's kind of like an outline where you're indenting things underneath that heading. So if you think of this as an outline, that may help you organize it for students. And the last thing, oh, that's enough. I think those are enough things to show you for now. So I hope this helped. And if you have questions, just send me an email.